Hi everybody, welcome to week 3 of your evidence-based practice course. I am excited to be working with you again this week. Are you guys exhausted after putting all the work into your week 2 assignments that you just turned in on Wednesday? That was a lot of information, a lot of decisions that you had to make about what you're going to be incorporating into your evidence-based practice proposal, about the facility that you're proposing that this evidence-based practice change be implemented in. So you had to make some decisions and then come up with some research articles and things like that. So good job for getting those in. I will be definitely reviewing them. Right now I'm in the process, I've got 3 courses going and my research course just wrapped up. So I've got to get those papers graded and then get their grades assigned, and then as soon as I do that, then I can get to your papers and give you lots of good feedback. And hopefully that'll help you kind of in your processes this week. So this week our DQs are about levels of evidence and about appraising quantitative studies. So you can certainly use your evidence-based practice book and get information out of there. There is also a lot of wonderful information in the book that you used for your research course. Table 5.2, box 5.2 and box 5.3 both give you information that you should be critiquing about research articles, quantitative and qualitative. I think can give you some direction there. As I looked through the resources this week in your on the website, of course, you've got your textbook, and then you've got a bunch of different websites that you're being referred to. And it seemed like the majority of the resources this week were based on the medical model. And that can be very helpful, definitely. But we're doing nursing research. We're not looking about the best ways to treat diseases from a medical model standpoint. And so I'm going to be attaching an article that I think will help you a bit. It has to do with sacred cows, and implementing evidence-based practice. The impetus for evidence-based practice use is often either a clinical problem where we need to go out and find evidence and figure out what we can use that's valid that we can apply to our situation, or we're evaluating our sacred cows. Why have we done this? Because that's the way we've always done this. And then going out and looking to see if what we're doing is really evidence-based or if we need to figure out something else. For any of you old-timey nurses, way back when I started nursing, first of all, we always placed our own NG tubes. Sometimes nurses do now and sometimes not. But of course, checking placement to make sure you weren't in the lungs, you would put the end of your NG tube in some water and see if you got bubbles. Well, we know that isn't a good thing, because if you were in the lungs, that person could inhale that water just right down there. So luckily we have much better ways of checking for placement now. So just all those sacred cow things and looking at that, and I think it's a good read. So take a look and see what you think. So this week our assignment has to do with the literature support paper. Okay, so you're going to go to the end of your textbook, your EBP textbook, and there are some checklists back there depending on the type of research that you're looking at, the type of study. And then there's also a sample table back there. Now, for this week, you're going to be giving me a paper, but you will need to have a table that you'll be attaching to your final project. If I were you, I would just complete that table as you're doing the paper, as you're finding more and more articles, and you will be ahead of the game. Just food for thought. Anyway, so you're going to have this table, and it's going to list out the various articles and authors and what's the study like and that sort of information. In your paper, you're going to be describing how you did your literature search. What databases did you use? What key search words did you use? Did you only look for peer review information? Those sorts of things. And then you're going to provide a summary of each study and about what was found and why you think it's important to include it with your evidence-based practice proposal. And then you're going to talk about the validity of the studies. And it says talk about validity of internal and external research. I doubt if many of you have very many internal pieces of research from medical records. Maybe some of you do. I didn't get that impression. But so you'll just be focusing on the validity of the studies that you find and that you're going to be including in this paper. Okay, so yes, it is a paper that you are turning in this week, but I would encourage you to do the table at the same time so that you can keep that kind of as a living document as you move through this course, and so that will be totally done to turn in with your final project. So I think that's about it. Sorry for any confusion this week. Anyway, not sure exactly what happened. But I think that's about it, and I will attach the article, and I'll see you in the main form. Bye.